Your words can really destroy the generations around you, or it can build them up. But I'll let you decide which you think is best. So in Ecclesiastes, it talks about do not be quick with your mouth and do not be hasty in your heart. Now, that kind of sounds familiar to me. And I think back in the Bible where it tells us what is in your heart is what flows from your mouth. It also reminds me of in First Samuel how Saul treated the people around him. Now, hear me out. We're going through, and if you're not very familiar with the Bible, that's okay. We're in a point where there is this kind of war going on. There's this battle going on. And Jonathan, which is Saul's son, essentially does the right thing. He's not quick to speak. He's very patient in what he does, but he allows his action to be all of the speaking that he needs to be done. He goes ahead of the army, takes care of what needs to take care of. He stays in tune of God's word with him, and God rewards him. Now let's take a look at Saul. Saul doesn't necessarily do that. Saul speaks a lot and he's speaking godly things, but he's not really having godly action. For instance, he's going out, he's building temples, he's doing all of these things. He's making vows to God that he cannot fulfill. So I ask you, what's a vow to God that you said that you can't fulfill? Is it a time where you said, God, I promise I'm never going to do this again? And then you do it again the next day? Is it a time you said, God, I promise I'm going to not hang out with these people anymore? And then you went back around the second they hit your messages? Was it a time where you said, God, I promise I'm not going to go out and be this person anymore. I'm not going to drink, smoke, whatever it is. And then you fell right back into it without even trying. Your words mean a lot. It's okay to fall. It's okay to miss the mark sometimes. We all do. But there doesn't need to be this big promise or this big vow associated with the things that we say we're going to do. Now, in this case, Saul made a vow. He felt that in this moment, if they were just so starved and they didn't have anything other than the focus of willpower to win this battle, that they would win. And he made a promise to God that whoever touched the food would surely die until they saw victory. Now that's a crazy promise if you ask me. And that's a promise that not only affected him, but it affected every single person around him. God didn't ask him to make a promise. All God said was be still and wait for me. But I think sometimes we can get caught in our anxiety and we can get caught in our hurt. We want to run and run and run and try to make things up as we go and say, you know what? The promise is enough. I promise to do this. I promise to do that. But what is the action behind it? So I encourage you today, what is the vow that you've made to God that action hasn't really followed? And can your action be enough to allow you to see you through that promise without having to utter things out of your mouth that's a false promise? So the next time you go to make a change in your life, the next time you are looking for growth, I encourage you, move with action first and then allow God to be your steps. Allow God to lead you through that path. We don't have to continue to scream and yell and bow and all of these things that come out of our mouth. We don't have to have the ego. We don't have to have the anxiety. It's okay to be silent. It's okay to sit and allow your actions to move you in the place that they need to move you in. You have a great day.